Imagine giving away the only meal you have left, knowing you may not eat again. Would you do it? This is the story of a homeless man, a single meal, and a decision that changed a life forever. His name was Daniel. For years, Daniel had lived on the streets, invisible to most who walked past him. Every day was a fight for survival. Some days, he found a few coins in his cup. Some days, nothing at all. Each night he lay down on a piece of cardboard, hungry and cold, wondering if tomorrow would be any different. On one particular evening, Daniel had managed to save just enough to buy himself a small meal, a sandwich, a bottle of water, and an apple. For most of us, it would seem ordinary, even forgettable. But for him, it was everything. It was the difference between going to sleep with an empty stomach or having at least a little strength for tomorrow. Daniel sat on the edge of a sidewalk, unwrapping the sandwich carefully, almost reverently, as though he was holding something precious. His stomach ached with hunger, and for a moment, he allowed himself to imagine what it would feel like to finally eat. But just as he lifted the sandwich, he noticed a pair of eyes watching him. A little girl, no older than 8, stood nearby. Her clothes were thin, not enough to keep out the cold evening air. Her face was pale, her hair uncombed, and her eyes were locked onto the sandwich in Daniel's hands. She didn't say a word, but the hunger in her gaze said everything. Daniel froze. His stomach growled, reminding him that he hadn't eaten all day. This food was supposed to keep him alive through the night. But as he looked at the little girl, he recognized something he knew all too well: the pain of being truly hungry. He saw her trembling hands, her hollow cheeks, and he realized she was fighting the same battle he had fought so many times before. In that moment, Daniel faced a choice. He could turn away, pretend not to notice her, and eat his meal in silence, or he could share what little he had left, knowing it might leave him weaker and hungrier. With a quiet sigh, he tore the sandwich in half. He held out the larger piece to the girl, keeping the smaller half for himself. The little girl's face lit up, as if someone had just given her the world. She whispered a soft, "Thank you," her voice so faint that Daniel almost didn't hear it. She clutched the sandwich tightly, as if it were the most precious gift she had ever received. Daniel tried to smile back, though his eyes filled with tears. In that instant, the hunger in his stomach seemed less important than the joy he saw in hers. But what happened next would change everything. A woman came rushing down the street, calling the girl's name. It was her mother. She had been searching frantically for her daughter and froze when she saw her eating the sandwich that Daniel had given. She looked from her daughter to the homeless man on the ground, and her expression softened. She approached Daniel and knelt down beside him. With tears in her eyes, she said, "Sir, you didn't have to do that, but thank you. Thank you for seeing my child." Daniel nodded quietly, unsure of what to say. Then the mother reached into her bag and pulled out a small card. She pressed it into his hand and said, "I manage a cafe nearby. Come tomorrow. We always need help washing dishes, cleaning tables, anything. If you can give away your last meal to a child, then you have the heart I want on my team." Daniel sat there stunned, holding the card in his hand. He had given away his only meal, expecting nothing in return. And in that act of selflessness, he had been given a second chance at life. The next day, true to her word, the woman welcomed him at the cafe. Daniel started working as a dishwasher. It wasn't glamorous, and it didn't pay much, but it was honest work. Within weeks, he had a steady income. Within months, he found a small apartment. He wasn't rich, not even close, but he was no longer invisible. He had a place in the world again, and it all began with a single act of kindness. One sandwich shared with a hungry child. Daniel's story reminds us that compassion is never wasted. Even the smallest gesture, a meal, a kind word, a simple act of noticing someone can ripple through another person's life in ways we may never imagine. Kindness has the power to change not just the lives of others, but our own as well. So the next time you have the chance to help, even in a small way, remember Daniel. Remember the sandwich, and remember that sometimes the smallest act of giving can open the door to the greatest gift of all, hope. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs a reminder that kindness still exists. And if you believe the world needs more compassion, please like this video, subscribe, and join us as we continue to share stories that prove humanity is still alive.